Have you ever felt like you are giving your all in a relationship but not getting the same in return? You are not alone. Today, we are uncovering the top 10 reasons why men often find themselves being used by women, and trust me, some of these might surprise you. In today's world, many men find themselves trapped in relationships where they feel taken advantage of. Whether it is giving too much emotionally, financially, or in other ways, the feeling of being used is all too common. But why does this happen? And more importantly, how can you avoid it? You might think you know why this happens, but reason number 7 will make you rethink everything you thought you knew about relationships. Before we dive in, if you are new here, do not forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss out on videos that help you navigate relationships better. One of the most common reasons men find themselves being used is due to low self-esteem. When you do not value yourself, it is easy to let others take advantage of you. You might think you are not worthy of better treatment, so you settle for less. This can lead to a cycle of giving too much while receiving too little in return. It is a mindset that can be difficult to break free from, as it often stems from deep-seated beliefs about your own worth. Recognizing this pattern is the first step towards changing it. If you find yourself constantly putting others' needs before your own, ask yourself why. Is it because you genuinely want to, or because you feel you have to in order to be valued? This is a critical distinction that can change the course of your relationships. The fear of being alone can be paralyzing. Many men stay in unhealthy relationships simply because they are afraid of being on their own. This fear can drive you to put up with behavior that you know is wrong, just to avoid the emptiness of loneliness. But here is the thing. Being alone does not have to be something to fear. In fact, learning to be comfortable with yourself can be one of the most empowering things you do. It allows you to make decisions based on what is truly best for you, rather than what will keep you from being alone. Remember, it is better to be alone than in a relationship where you are not respected or valued. The more you understand and accept this, the less likely you are to stay in a situation where you are being used. Everyone wants to feel valued and appreciated, but when this desire becomes a need for external validation, it can be dangerous. You might find yourself doing anything to earn approval or love, even if it means being used in the process. The desire for validation can make you vulnerable to manipulation as you become reliant on someone else's approval to feel good about yourself. This is a slippery slope as it can lead you to ignore red flags or justify bad behavior just to keep that validation coming. To break free from the cycle, it is essential to build your self-worth from within. This means learning to appreciate yourself, setting boundaries, and recognizing that you deserve to be treated with respect, regardless of whether someone else validates you or not. Emotional bonds can be incredibly strong, sometimes blinding us to the reality of a situation. When you are emotionally attached to someone, it is easy to overlook their flaws or the ways they might be taking advantage of you. This attachment can keep you stuck in a one-sided relationship. It is important to understand that love and attachment are not the same things. Love is about mutual respect and care, while attachment can sometimes be more about fulfilling your own needs, even at the expense of your well-being. If you find yourself constantly making excuses for someone's behavior or staying in a relationship that is not serving you, it is worth examining whether it is love or attachment that is keeping you there. We are halfway through, and while these reasons might sound familiar, the next few could be the key to why you are feeling stuck in a one-sided relationship. Keep watching. Money can be a powerful tool in relationships, and sometimes financial dependence can lead to being used. If you are the one providing financial support, you might feel obligated to continue giving, even if you are not getting the same level of care in return. This dynamic can create a power imbalance, where the person providing financially feels responsible for the other's well-being, even to their detriment. It is important to set clear boundaries around financial support in a relationship. Ask yourself if your financial contributions are being reciprocated in other ways, such as emotional support or mutual respect. If not, it might be time to reevaluate the relationship and consider whether it is truly balanced. Many men hold on to the hope that things will get better, that their partner will change, or that the relationship will improve over time. This hope can keep you in a toxic situation far longer than is healthy, as you keep waiting for a change that may never come. It is natural to want to believe the best in people, but it is also important to recognize when hope is keeping you in a situation that is not good for you. If you have been hoping for change for a long time, but have not seen any real progress, it might be time to accept that things are not going to change. Remember, you cannot change someone else. They have to want to change themselves. And if they are not willing to do that, you owe it to yourself to move on. Sometimes, the reason men stay in bad relationships is simple. It is easier to stay than to leave. Change requires effort, and it can be tempting to avoid the hard work by just going with the flow, even if it means being taken advantage of. Laziness in relationships can manifest in many ways, such as avoiding difficult conversations, ignoring problems, or staying in a situation because it is comfortable. But this kind of complacency can lead to long-term unhappiness and resentment. It is important to recognize when laziness is keeping you stuck and take steps to address it. This might mean having tough conversations, setting boundaries, or even making the difficult decision to leave a relationship that is not serving you. Avoiding conflict is another major reason men allow themselves to be used. Confrontation can be uncomfortable, and if you are someone who hates arguing or fighting, you might let things slide just to keep the peace. Unfortunately, this can lead to being walked all over. It is important to understand that conflict is a natural part of any relationship, and avoiding it can actually make things worse in the long run. By not addressing issues when they arise, you allow them to fester and grow, which can lead to even bigger problems down the line. Learning to handle conflict in a healthy and constructive way is crucial for maintaining a balanced and respectful relationship. The idea of a perfect, romantic relationship is something many of us hold on to. But when this idealism clouds your judgment, it can make you ignore the red flags. You might convince yourself that your partner's behavior is just a phase or that things will get better, all because you want the relationship to match your romantic ideals. Romantic idealism can be dangerous because it creates unrealistic expectations, both for yourself and for your partner. It is important to ground yourself in reality and recognize that no relationship is perfect. By acknowledging the flaws and working through them, you can build a stronger, more realistic partnership. But if you find yourself constantly justifying bad behavior because it does not fit your ideal, it is time to reassess whether this relationship is truly right for you. Finally, one of the biggest reasons men get used is simply not recognizing the signs. Sometimes, you are so close to the situation that you do not see what is happening until it is too late. Becoming aware of these patterns is the first step to breaking free from them. Lack of awareness can stem from many things: inexperience, optimism, or even denial. It is important to educate yourself about the dynamics of healthy relationships and to pay attention to how you are being treated. If something feels off, trust your instincts and take the time to evaluate whether the relationship is truly benefiting you. Awareness is key to protecting yourself from being taken advantage of, and it is a skill that can be developed with practice. Now that you know the reasons, the power to change is in your hands. But what will you do with it? The answer could change your life. Today, we explore 10 reasons why men often find themselves being used by women, from low self-esteem to a lack of awareness. Understanding these reasons is crucial if you want to protect yourself and build healthier, more balanced relationships. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, share, and comment below with your thoughts or experiences. And of course, do not forget to subscribe so you can catch our next deep dive into relationship dynamics. Remember, Recognizing the problem is the first step towards solving it. Stay informed, stay strong, and do not let yourself be taken advantage of. See you in the next video.